On the Entrepreneur this week,
I'm an innovator. I love coming up with new things, new concepts. There's a journalist who asked me, Glasshouse PR is in Kenya. I thought it was a company in New York. So the name made the people receive the company in a different way.
Okay.
then on the second half,
I was always into colors and designing, like whenever any occasion is coming like Diwali or Eid or anything. Now people want to wear designer clothes, yes.
the only thing worse than being talked about is not being talked about. These words can be attributed to Oscar Wilde, the famed Irish playwright, novelist, and poet. As one of the most popular playwrights living in the 18th century, Oscar appreciated the importance publicity played in his profession.
Send back the emails because we have a few clients.
For Mary Njoki, Oscar Wilde's famous mantra is one she lives by. She is the founder and chief executive officer of Glasshouse PR and Communications. Glasshouse PR specializes in positioning brands so as to ensure they are easily accepted and recognized by their target audience.
I knew that I had something to offer to the world, and every time I was employed, I would come up with new ideas and try to share them, but no one was accepting them. So I knew when I start a company, I would be able to apply these ideas that I had.
With a startup capital of only 6,000 Kenya shillings, Mary would embark on her entrepreneurship journey in August of 2012. She would use the finances to acquire a modem and data bundles. Then, she created a website using free templates online. And just like that, Glasshouse PR was born.
I was employed for 4 years. So in the 4 years that I was employed, I had studied IT. So my training was in IT programming. So I wanted to be a programmer, but that was like diploma and higher diploma. So when I went into employment, they didn't take me to the production department. They took me to the marketing department because of my temperament. So in the marketing department, I discovered that I was able to connect with people. Then I would go for these networking forums, and I'd meet people who own small, medium enterprises, and it inspired me to start my own company. So throughout that process, there was also the need for innovation. I'm an innovator. I love coming up with new things, new concepts, new ideas. And because of that, I needed to have a platform to express these ideas, and the only platform that I would express these ideas was being an entrepreneur.
However, like most entrepreneurs, Mary soon realized that self-employment would not be a walk in the park. In order to increase awareness about her company, she resorted to a unique marketing concept.
I'd create my own profile, company profile, and I'll send it to my friends, and I remember someone would call me and they're like, what have you done for the last 2 years? And I'm wondering, I just started the company. Why are you asking me what I've done? So there was that challenge. Of course, there was financial challenge. And for the most part of the first year, I did a lot of free work pro bono, so that I proved to you that I can be able, to my clients, that I can be able to deliver. So I did a lot of freebies, I did a lot of, you're paid like 5,000 Kenya shillings, and that's the money you're going to use from, I was coming now from the village, from Limuru to Nairobi to come and offer this service, and what I was focusing on then was digital communication.
While offering pro bono services might have assisted the company gain new clientele, Mary credits another factor for Glasshouse PR's growth: branding. Branding helps a product to be easily distinguished from the competition and makes it more recognizable to potential customers.
I remember the first few days, there's a journalist who asked me, Glasshouse PR is in Kenya. I thought it was a company in New York. So the name made the people receive the company in a different way, and it looked like a big company because when I did a lot of online marketing and because I was good at that, we had many followers. We had a big following on Facebook and Twitter, and people thought it was a big company. So so they would ask us what we've done. So I was doing the freebies, or the almost freebies, so that we have a real company profile, and then we can have recommendation letters. So the people we worked with, small medium enterprises, they received us well because we delivered what we promised.
As a PR practitioner with over 4 years' experience, Mary strongly believes that the industry is widely misunderstood by Kenyans. This assertion is born out of an experience she encountered in the first year of doing business.
So, in my first year of the company, we received a request for proposal by Google. Remember, we are huge, we are huge online. We are huge, so every time, so if you Google PR firms in Kenya would appear on the first page because of the activities we had done online. So we received that proposal, so we went and presented, and when we were done presenting, they told us, this is more of marketing than PR. You need to understand what public relations is. We don't want you to do events. We don't want you to tell us you're going to do road shows. We want proper public relations communication. How are you going to position our brand so that we can connect with our audience? How are you going to use probably celebrity endorsement so that our brand is out there? So I feel like we have not yet gotten to that place where we understand what PR is. It's very misunderstood.
Mary would not throw in the towel after this setback.
Okay.
She now counts Facebook and Viber as some of her clients. Fat Loss Lab Kenya and various real estate companies also form part of her impressive repertoire of customers. With a higher diploma in IT, the entrepreneur is of the opinion that this will only make her venture more viable.
I've discovered that the future of PR is content marketing, and the only platforms that we can use to do this content marketing is, they are our digital platforms. So it has worked for me actually. I remember at the time I started, I created my own website. Now that we are doing a lot of digital content and digital marketing for our clients, it is really working very well because there are things I understand that most of my colleagues in the PR industry don't understand. I understand the background, the back end of our website. I understand the back end of a certain, digital campaign. I can be able to say this and this is happening. So it has really worked very well for me, especially in this day and age.
Due to a lack of finances, the 27-year-old has had to utilize different marketing methods.
When we were starting out, of course, we do a lot of online marketing. There's that. Then number two, I, as a founder, I'd go to so many events. I remember I went to all events in Kenya, and I love that in Kenya they've created so many events for women. So I'd go for Super Mamas, I'd go for women in business under the Kenya Chambers, I'd go for BNI, Business Networking International, and I'd network and connect with people so our company would be known. Then after 3 years and people have seen our work, we worked with Facebook. That was our biggest client, so we represented them in Kenya, we represented Viber. So because of that, I also got some TV interviews and articles online. So out of that, the company is out there, it's known.
In 2016, Mary was crowned the Founder of the Year at the annual Foyer Awards. Other accolades would follow as she was shortlisted to attend a conference in the US to present on a PR system that she had created. Ever the serial entrepreneur, Mary has also established African Wired Company, Everyday Errands, and a Billion Startups, a company that she hopes will mentor young and aspiring entrepreneurs.
Everyone in my family is a professional, so most of them are teachers. Yes, actually like 90% of everyone, my mom, my aunties and all. So me being an entrepreneur was a new thing, so I didn't even know what I was getting into. And I've come to understand that entrepreneurship is about creating value for someone else, then you're paid from that. And it's not an easy process, when you're a professional, you just study and then you have like an income every month. So this is a totally different thing. You have to create value for the other person for you to be paid. So it's an interesting journey as well. It's not easy. I'm not saying that being a teacher is easy or being a doctor or being a lawyer. It's just that probably I could not fit in that box of doing one thing every day.
Glasshouse PR currently has 10 employees. With a background in IT, Mary believes that the future of her profession will be strongly influenced by technology.
I want it to be like a proper media outlet for the future. We don't know how the media outlets will look like in the future, and that's something we are working on, where we are developing more content for our clients, and and also collaborating with you guys who are in the mainstream media, to see how the media outlet of the future look like. So that's the idea. We want to create more content, we want to create more apps, since it's a PR/IT company.
So what message does Mary Njoki have for would-be entrepreneurs?
Come up with something that comes naturally to you. I believe we all have, God created us with strengths and weaknesses, and we all have our talents, we all have things that we can do very well. As for example, I know I'm gifted in, public relations, I'm gifted in thinking and coming up with ideas. On the other side, I know people who are gifted in probably singing, others are gifted in, art, creating art. So whatever you're gifted in, take it, package it properly, and then sell it.
Don't go away, the entrepreneur will be right back.